Did that for the Cyclones, was the head coach for 2 years, then accepted this opportunity at Penn State, and all he's done is won 3 straight NCAA titles with the Nittany Lions. Jimmy Golibon, redshirt freshman out of Latrobe, Pennsylvania.
And for Golibon, going against the ranked wrestler, trying to keep this match close and keep the scoring down is going to be maybe a priority, and then make this match tight enough or get a big move where you can really get the crowd behind you. And as a result, sometimes we saw where the referee was able to gave that quick stalling call. I think that's probably as much as any reason why Tom Ryan went out there and told the official, hey, you're really quick on my guy that was getting dominated here. You know, don't respond to every little action of the crowd. So kind of prepping the official here for 2, highly ranked wrestlers here. A little bit different situation than somebody getting dominated by a top-ranked wrestler.
Well, he gets the warning, and the next one will be a point against the team if he comes up and approaches the official in a way that he thinks inappropriate again.
And right now I see here where Dijulius likes to work off that elbow tie. He's guarded in the way he approaches the opponent. He likes to stay in a good low position. Now he's working off of a 2-on-1. He's got his head stuffed down, so there's not really much offense you can develop off this that I've seen so far. But he's going to try to plant that his opponent's hand on the mat. The referee's going to call stalemate. So, but
Tom Ryan was talking about Dijulius. He's a guy that's made the jump. He cut a lot of weight 2 years ago and was at 125. Maybe perhaps a little too much. He's taken a redshirt year, made the jump to 133, and like we said, won a big tournament and is looking good.
Well, he's not quick to go ahead and engage in the tie right now, but he's presenting himself in the center of the mat. But what he does pretty well is keep pretty low, about a half a head lower than Golibon at this point. Again, getting back and putting that hand, see that wrist tie he's got right there. He tries to plant it on the mat and get his head in the position it is right now. Once he has this, that's when he likes to go ahead and take a shot.
He's hard to wrestle.
Really is, because he's low. He's just seems like he's at your knees.
1 minute.
That's a good call by the official there, calling the stalemate.
Jimmy Golibon working to try to get to a point where he is the regular 133-pounder, is trying to establish himself there, has been up and down with his weight, but ready to go down.
Nice work there by Golibon. He's got an opportunity to score with a double, and he does.
Golibon goes out in front, gives the crowd something to cheer about again. 2-0 with that takedown.
Dijulius able to get a quick escape. That's pretty important right there. It shows a little bit of poise on his part. That was a great situation for Golibon, working for the upset to be able to stay in the top position. Now he gives Dijulius a little motivation. That comes all the way across. He's really committed on this. He's going to follow through with the scramble. No points. Tried to work an underarm spin, go the other way with that. It ended up being an underarm spin off of that 2-on-1.
The end of the first period, good action. Golibon out in front, 2-1. Penn State leads 5-0.
Here's a nice takedown here. Nice little touch the head, go. Gets elbow deep for a while there. Then he switched off to a double leg. So notice how he really committed to that shot, Tim. Got his shoulder down around his opponent's shin, so he can attack at the knee level or below. That's pretty impressive, particularly against a guy like Dijulius that holds good position most of the match.
Golibon gets a choice, takes down Dijulius from Aurora, Ohio, Walsh Jesuit High School. 14-1 this year, off to a great start at 133 pounds for the Buckeyes. Finds himself in a hole here, trailing 2-1, and
no points.
Trying to come around, still in on the leg.
Yeah, he still has the leg lock right there. You see how the official is pointing to that grip. Now that's not a real, doesn't look like a real solid grip. What you got to do is get your knees up off the mat here, get your toes working back here, really put a lot of pressure on. Now go back and attack that grip. Well, boy, a whole lot of flexibility by Dijulius and not giving up that attempt. Escape attempt by Golibon. Let's see if he does it again here. What you saw was great back pressure back into Dijulius. I was just going to come up into a tripod stand up here. That's a little easier to follow. Now he's going to move back into him. Guy who keeps his head up wins the scramble. And Dijulius did a good job of staying with that. And you know what? Why this is so important and why Dijulius has worked himself back in the match is that quick escape he was able to get after he gave up the takedown. Now he's got a potential of getting riding time. He's already got 45 seconds amassed. Got a leg in, and this is where he's pretty tough.
Well, Dijulius has learned how to compete, and I think Golibon is still in the middle of trying to understand how, and he had a great start, but right now Dijulius kind of taking the starch out of him.
Well, his best opportunity to get out was just in that early scramble. Now the leg is in. He's going to be working on trying to turn the hips.
And the riding time being built up right now by Johnni Dijulius.
Golibon in a tough way here right now. He doesn't want to come up too quickly because he's got that wrist tied up right there, so he might give up a side tilt. But, you know, when you're tough in the top position and you can get quick escapes, you can give up a takedown like you just did, and now it's, you know, potentially a 2-2 match. With riding time, Dijulius will have about 40 seconds to get out.
And that's the end of the second period. It's 2-1. Golibon from Penn State out in front of Dijulius from Ohio State. But you're right, Jim, a minute 46 riding time built up by Dijulius. So he gets out inside 40 seconds, and he's ahead. Whether it's an escape or a reversal will depend how much.
Yeah. Is he aware of that right now? Because the way his body language was, he didn't really come out to a quick escape. So if you're Golibon, you have an opportunity to stay in this match. Of course, riding out, you win it. If you only give up an escape and ride your opponent for 30 seconds. So there's the quick escape right there. Nice job of coming out. No point has been given yet, it looks like. Wait until he's clear.
And there's the 1 point for Dijulius. It's inside the amount of time that he needed to get out, so still riding time in favor of Dijulius. He's got a minute 19 riding time. It's 2-2, and right now if it ends, it would be one more point for Dijulius with that riding time.
But let's rewind back to the first period. Getting that first period escape with 7 seconds left, giving up a takedown. You have an opportunity to win this match, tight match, with 2 escapes and riding time. Golibon, this is what he has to do. He's got to create the activity, get the crowd behind him in this situation. Got to find a way to not get his arm sucked all the way up. See that 2-on-1? He has no ability to get his offense off with that 2-on-1 position right there. And you know what? Dijulius is following it up with taking territory as well, so he can't get called for stalling with that.
This is just what we were talking about, Jim, coming in. Ohio State, Penn State. Ohio wrestling, Penn State, or Pennsylvania wrestling. We've got Golibon, a 4-time state champion in Pennsylvania. Dijulius, a 3-time state champion from Ohio. What great rivalry between these two.
And Golibon trying to get that shot on the other side. You saw he wants to go ahead and attack the right leg, but it's just not there. And what Dijulius on the right has done. See how the head position battle they have going? He's able to clear his head there, but now the wrist is tied up.
Go back to the center with 11 seconds left. There's been...
For Golibon here, he's trying to hit just a free shot. Commit to it. Don't go to a tie. Free shot. There it was. No stall warning at this point. So Dijulius is going to back out a little bit. Of course, the crowd doesn't like that. You're going to get a stall warning.
That's the first. It's a warning. And so with 2 seconds left, Dijulius with that escape after the initial takedown and then the big ride and another escape wins a hard-fought match, 3-2. That extra point coming from riding time, 3 points on the board for Ohio State. So Penn State out in front, 5-3.